Everybody, Thompson Coin and Stamp here. It is Tuesday night. I'm ready to hunt some coins. How about you? Tonight we're doing something a little bit different. We haven't hunted any of these in a while. Dimes. Yeah, that's right. We've got a $250 box of dimes to hunt tonight. There. Nice little boxes. Those are kind of cool. We don't hunt these very often because they're kind of hard to see. But check it out. I got a cool little magnifying glass over here that I can use to help my old eyes see these. Don't know how that's going to work out, but we're going to try it. So we're going to be hunting those tonight. I've got a little cheat sheet over here, or actually it's another little mat and everything to kind of help. I got my mat here, and I've got this one too to kind of help with, identifying some of the stuff because like I said, I'm not super familiar hunting dimes. We don't hunt them very often. But I do know one thing. We're hunting for that 90% silver. That's going to be 1964 and prior. We'll be looking for things like the 1982 Philadelphia no mint mark. Just some different DDOs, DDRs, stuff like that. New Marshall in town. What's going on? Steve Harrington. Kendall says, hey, what's up? Hey, Kendall, I got that penny sent out to you and with a little something extra in there for you. Anything we find, we're going to throw it in this little treasure chest. It's starting to get filled up nicely so far. So we'll be giving away some stuff out of that at the end of the year. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. Check out our Patreon account. Once we hit 10 subscribers over there, I'm going to be doing a little silver giveaway. So we are going to get started. Oh, I almost forgot my little screwdriver. Hold on. I'm messing up a little bit. Messing up the whole production. Forgot my screwdriver there. What's up, Farm Ace? He said, let's go silver. All right, let's see if I can see these without the magnifying glass, or if I'm going to need this thing. Just give me a little extra light. How's everybody doing this evening? How's y'all's Tuesday evening going? Whew. Got some lint in that one. Trying to see if I see any silver. What's this crap? What was this? Look at that. Boo. Yeah, I might have to get the magnifying glass. There's an 80. There's a 96. I know there's a 96 out of West Point. I believe that's valuable. I don't think... It's missing the W or something? I can't remember. Or maybe it's just the West Point minted one. That was a 23. There's another 23. 16. 12. Looking for some of the older ones specifically. I was looking through one of these little books. I got this little, Strike It Rich with, pocket change book. And, I'm not real good at identifying Dublin or anything like that. But, there's quite a few on the 65, 66, 67s, stuff like that. The 66, the 65, 66, and 67 also have an error of being struck on a silver planchet. There's a 65. It's not on a silver planchet, but I will look at that. Let me turn on my scope over there. Decent looking little 65. Because there was some doubling. I'm going to say there's a DDO on that one. Let's see if it's on my bill. Let me look here. Look, what did the book say? We're going to have to be referring back to this a little bit tonight. So 65 was on a silver planchet, but then there was a double die verse. That's a 65 Philadelphia. What do we have here? This is 65 Philly. Throw a little scoperoo over here. See what we can see. I might have to turn the light up a little bit. I don't really see any doubling on it. I'm not real good at identifying doubling, but it's showing it right here around, the mouth and stuff like that. So, I don't think we got anything. I was looking through that book, and what I always, where I've been learning as machine doubling, there's some stuff in there that they're considering, just a double die. So, it's very confusing on stuff like that. I'm not sure on all the doubling. I'm working on it, though, trying to get better. But that didn't work. Trying to spread them out, see if we see any silver in there. It doesn't look like it. Cut my finger earlier, a little before the stream, so There's a Band-Aid on it, all jacked up and everything, making it hard to do stuff. There's 19, 22. I ain't used a magnifying glass yet. Let me try moving it in here, see if that helps any. See if I like that. There's an 86, there's a 23. Makes it a little hard to see. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the stream there, so let me move it back a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily like it or not. Try to move it out of the way here. It does give a little light off, you know. It's a cool little thing. So, I think I can see it pretty good without it. My eyes ain't that bad yet. There's a 78. I'm gonna kind of scope some of these older ones here. So y'all been doing any hunting this week or anything like that? See if I can get this open there. Let's see if we can do this without spilling them everywhere. You know this end one? What is it? It looks a little different. I think it's still clad. What we got here? Oh, yours. I can't even tell. Maybe I do need. That's an 88 out Philly. Just looks a little different on the edge there. Maybe it's just real dirty. Almost tricked me. Thought it was silver. That's mainly what I'm searching for through these. I mean, it'd be nice to find some doubling, but it's almost so hard for me, to see the dates. They're so small, even with the magnifying glass. It's kind of gets in the way. I don't know. Dimes ain't my favorite. That's okay though. You gotta switch it up every now and then, right? Alright. One thing about the box being stacked like that instead of vertical, and these are being horizontally laid down, is it's hard to keep track of what roll I'm on. Looks like I should be on roll 4 here. So any silver? Don't look like it. Let's try this magnifying glass again here. Let me see. See if I can keep it out of the stream there. Because it almost makes it too hard to see unless I have it right there, kind of over it. I wonder if that would work. What's up, Seth Hamilton? I wonder if that would work. Can y'all see that? No, that wouldn't work. I was wondering if I could put it there and y'all could see through it too, but no. I don't think so. 23, 21. There's a 67. Let me check it out on the old Scoperoo here. Oh, so I've been kind of meddling with the Streamlabs app and everything. I'm like kind of getting it. I got it where I could hook up one of my scope cameras and everything, but I was having trouble trying to hook up my phone camera up here. So the only thing I could figure out how to do was like type in the live stream URL and do that, but then it looks kind of weird. So I am working on that to try to have it a nice little setup where you can see the coins being searched, but you can also see like the scope cam and then like maybe some other stuff, and like I gotta try to figure out how to do the chat and all that. So I'm working on it, y'all. Yes, New Marshall, I'm basically looking for silver. I mean, there's some a lot of doubling and stuff like that I could really be looking for, but I mean, it's hard for me to look for that stuff. So yeah, I'm basically just looking for silver. So that, or just anything that's cool. You never know, you might have a proof or something. I've never found a proof dime, so that'd be kind of cool. So I said I was working a bit, maybe 50-50 on the magnifying glass over it. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of getting it right here. This is the first time I really, used it. I tried to, like grab a few handfuls of dimes and, just kind of look at it, but it wasn't the same as actually having, the camera on and stuff like that. So, this is an experiment. Y'all coming along the ride with me. Yeah, I think I'll get dialed in one of these days, Seth. Like I said, this is the first time really using it to hunt and everything. Man, I am horrible with the dimes tonight. They just like to go everywhere. I don't see any silver in that. Come on, we need to find mercury. Let's go. Don't look like nothing in that. So y'all doing any hunts this week? Let me see here. Get my magnifying glass right. So I gotta get them more like right here. I can really see them good. If y'all can. A seated Liberty, oh gosh. It's 80. 20. 23. Yeah, I'm just gonna. There's just another 67. Anything cool on the front of those? A lot of wear on that one. Be cool to find a proof or something too. But I do got 2 boxes of nickels and 2 boxes of pennies over there, and another box of pennies over. But 1 box of nickels, I don't know if y'all saw the short. There's a buffalo nickel ender in one of the boxes, so that's gonna be a fun hunt and everything. Appreciate it, Seth. He said like and subscribe for free, y'all. Steve said he found a 1912 Seated Liberty in fine condition melted technique. Really? That is cool, man. My son really wants to do metal detecting and everything. We had a little pinpointer and we've messed around with it a little bit, but nothing. Hey, I've got a, is that a 25 or 23? Nope, that's 23. I almost got excited. I thought I had a 25. That's our first 2025 coin. Have y'all found any 2025s yet? What we got here? 90. I have not found one. Not a penny, not a nickel, not a nada. Oh, now nada. What we got here? Yep, no, that's silver. What else do we got? Come on, let's go silver. I do love silver dimes though, like they're some of my favorites. Nope, there's a lot of clad in that. I'll probably go through these. I do have a couple albums I can be filling up and everything. I just ain't messed with them in a while. It's a 77. Trying to throw all these older ones on the scope and see if I see anything. Because in that one book they're showing a little more stuff on the older ones. Yeah, I gotta get the Streamlabs up and going. But there's another app like OBS or something like that. This is 1975. I think it's called OBS. So I asked, I was on watching Walker Magnet the other day, and I asked him what he used, and he said he used Streamlabs, but other people do use that OBS and stuff. So I might have to check it out too. Yeah, I just gotta figure out how to get all the different cameras work. I might have to switch this camera up here to like my GoPro or something. I don't know how well that would look and stuff like that. Steve said you found 2 2025D pennies and 1 2025 quarter. Wow, right on. Says said none in Pennsylvania yet. Farmway says I have to use my readers for the dimes. I use them for all hunts, but a necessity for the dimes and pennies for that matter. I haven't thought about that. Actually getting some reading glasses or something? That's a thought. I hadn't even thought about getting glasses. Man, I'm getting old. I'll be 40 in less than a month. Yay. $81. 23. I'm trying to look for a few things at least. That way we're not just blowing through the video and for the live stream, just looking for silver. 23. Because I could do that really quickly. Just 69 out of Denver. 36. What we got here? 68, Philly. Might as well look at it. I should look at that 69 real well. Harvey says you'll be surprised. Maybe I need to go get Walmart and look at the reading glasses section. Like, my eyesight ain't like super bad or nothing. It's just these dimes are so daggum small. But I have noticed that my eyesight is getting a little bit worse. You know, just, you know, like even just reading random coins and stuff. Like, it's getting a little bit harder to see things, like small stuff. Another 67 here. That's okay. I haven't got any gray hairs yet. I'm starting to go a little bald, but, you know, that's about it. Just getting a little thin up top. The side of my head's still good. Mama says, you just think you don't need them. When you was younger, I bet you could see every detail all the times, right? Yeah, that ain't no joke. That sounds like an eagle. 21. I gotta straighten this up though. Hold on. I can't have that. And I might even move this down a little bit. Do y'all want to see that a little bit closer? How about we do that? Maybe that'll work a little better. Can y'all see that a little bit better? 23, 14, 03, 98. What other years am I looking for? I guess a 2014 and a 16, there can be some doublings. I mean, look up for those. I just had a 14 minutes ago. I'm shaking the table a lot. What do we got here? 90. Yeah, the light is really cool. It has different modes too. Let me see here, like a blue mode and orange. I don't even know what all the different colors are. Pretty cool though. Well, a couple bucks and make a difference, says Farm Ace. I'm gonna try it. Now, like this top row or so, I looked for enders and stuff, and after that, I didn't really get a chance to see anything. So I think that one almost fooled me right there. Daggum dimes. It's like, I think the last time we hunted dimes was a bag of dimes. And I think it just burnt me out on it because it was so rough. So 2014, Philly had a DDR on the upper right, central olive leaf, and the lower right leaf cluster. Okay, lower right leaf cluster. And doubling on the upper right, central olive leaf. I don't see anything on that. So yeah, we're trying. There's 67. But it'd be cool to find one of these 67, 65, 66s on a silver planchet. Whew, those are worth a lot of money. And then there was one coin, I can't remember which year it was. I have to look in the book. And there's only been, I think, one example found, but it was a dime and a penny struck together. The penny was struck on a dime planchet, which is like super cool. And it's certified by the Treasury and is authentic. I hit my cut finger. Isn't it funny how anytime you cut your finger or anything like that, or your knuckle, you'll always hit that spot on something? What do we got here? Pretty cool, it's not a proof. Let's see, I ain't found a proof dime. That'd be neat. 4, 86. 72, 84. 05. Is it 65? What do we got here? Anything cool on it? It's hard to tell sometimes. Let me get this, I'll shadow that out a little bit. It almost looks like a little something on that 5 there. It's hard to tell though. I'm not good at this doubling. I don't really see notching on it. It'd be nice once I get that Streamlabs or something up where I can just have it all on one screen. Y'all can see that. I'm not sure how the chat works, how it goes from YouTube to that, unless I have to give y'all a new link every week for specifically to the Streamlabs thing. I don't really know. Like I said, I'm working on it. See what I can figure out. I'm excited to hunt that box of nickels because it's got that Buffalo Ender. What if it's got some friends? It's 04. In a while since we had like a trifecta. Found a V nickel. Almost called it Victor nickel. And one time we found silver, a V nickel, and a Buffalo nickel. So here's a trifecta. 98 Philly. Come on, silver, let's go. Maybe I can open it. Let's spin it around, right? And there they go. I'm horrible with dimes. It's like I was doing the video trying to make the silver sound ASMR video, and like I'm trying to do the dimes, and like they're just like I'm trying to ching them together, and they're just not working right. Like I kind of gave up at that point. So 1, there's 21, 23. So tiny, so hard to see. Mainly looking for the silver. That's what we want. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. What do we got here? Anything cool? Nope. Like I'm trying to look through this magnifying glass right here, and it's just a little different, so please forgive me if it's a little awkward tonight. I'm a little off my game. 66. Let's see. 1970 D dimes can be good if the flame on the back has detail. I think I'd read that too. Like it was it the it's supposed to be like the proof reverse or something on it. You can tell what year that was. And yeah, if the flame has detail on it and stuff, it was the valuable one. I just read about that earlier. Did I have a 70? I didn't even pay attention. 12. I'm trying to look through them. There's 19. The weather's been crazy here lately. So over the weekend, the kids and I went to Branson and everything. So we left on Friday, and on the way up there, we stopped at this McDonald's on the turnpike that stretches over the turnpike, right? We go in, you know, nothing's going on. It doesn't even really look that rainy. I mean, maybe a little bit, but nothing bad, you know. We're not in there, 10 minutes or so. We're walking out, and it just starts hailing. And I'm like, hailing bad. It was like, oh my gosh. So it wasn't like a storm and rain for a little bit. And then, like, we got to Branson and everything. And then that night, there was just storms everywhere, tornadoes everywhere. everything was going north of Branson. But then in Oklahoma, there was just wildfires everywhere. Like, tons of houses burned, like up in Stillwater, and people died. Like, it was crazy. And then, like, even today, like, we're still under a red flag warning because the wind is all super wild and stuff. So, yeah. It's been insane. Like, the wind just kind of picked up a little bit ago. It wasn't blowing super hard yet today. It finally started to. Was the weather crazy for any of y'all over the weekend? I did see there were some tornadoes down in Florida, I want to say. I know, like, Mississippi and, like, all that got hit. Arkansas got hit bad. And then I think northern Missouri and stuff got hit. So, yeah. I think there was already maybe an there's saying one of those tornadoes was already an F4, maybe upgrading it to an F5. And if so, that's crazy for this time of year and stuff. Like, it might be a really bad tornado season this year, y'all. I mean, we were just having tornadoes back there in November. That was crazy. I'm gonna straighten this up a little bit there. Go down a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, I'm thinking when we do get that Streamlabs going, like, just be able to have, like, the coin searching area here, then, like, I don't know, like, maybe some info or something up top, and then, like, the scope camera, then, like, maybe over here, like, the live chat or something. I don't know. I need to figure it out or pay somebody to set it up for me. I might have to do a test live stream or something one of these times with my GoPro and just see how that works. I did some private live stream testing last night with it, trying to figure out how to, like, connect it with the URL. And like I said, it worked, but it wasn't spectacular. I didn't really care for it. Excuse me. Steve said last week was 60 to 70, then back down to the 30s and 40s this weekend. Faraway says we always have some sort of crazy weather in Florida, right? Y'all about like Oklahoma. Like, the weather don't make sense. It's like 30s and 40s here in the morning, then it's 80s in the afternoon. It's like, what is going on? Seth says, stay safe, mister. We have a tornado here in Pennsylvania Monday. Second in like 15 years. Dang. That's crazy. I'll be up in Pennsylvania in July. Going to Philadelphia, then up to Albrightsville. Yeah. To Skirmish, USA. To play at the Invasion of Normandy. I'm ready to go to Reading Terminal again in Philly. That, and ready to get me a cheesesteak. Like, I'm more excited about the food and everything. Like, last time we walked downtown to this little Chinese restaurant, and, like, we got some soup dumplings. I'd never had soup dumplings before, and they were the bomb. That was the only second time I've ever been to Philly. I went years ago with my buddy, and he got married up there. His wife's from there. And I remember we went to this one little restaurant. I think it was some German restaurant or something. And they asked, they said, do you want to get duck fries? And, me being from Oklahoma, I associated duck fries with calf fries. Do y'all know what calf fries are? Let me stop and ask that first. Does anybody know what calf fries are? Or Rocky Mountain oysters, as I've also heard them called. But we call them calf fries here in Oklahoma. 66. Yeah, I gotta see if y'all know what that is first. Yeah, they want to know if I wanted some duck fries. And my Okie kicked in. Farmay says balls. Just Steve Hurd says, yep. So you said Invasion of Normandy. Yes, I did. Steve said, I always tried vegan Rocky Mountain oysters. Farmay says it's awesome. So, yeah. So, that's what I'm envisioning, okay? So, they said, do you want duck fries? So, in my mind, I'm thinking, duck fries? Man, you'd have to have a whole mess of those to make, something to eat to get full on and everything. And I didn't want none. Like, I don't even want to eat calf fries or anything. you know, but like they're all looking at me weird and everything, and like I'm like, what? And they're like, no, it's just fried in duck fat. And I was like, oh, okay, okay. So yeah, but yes, Seth, it's bull balls, right? Yes, yes, it is. And yeah, I said Invasion of Normandy, Ion, up at Skirmish USA. Hell Hydra. Yep, they're playing for the bad guys. Always play on the red team. So yeah, this will be my second year to go up there. I've been playing paintball since I was 13. Since 1998. Me and my buddies. Still playing with the same guys I've been playing with since high school. And like they've been going up to Ion for a few years, and I was married and couldn't go or anything like that. But now I'm not married, so I'm able to go. So yeah, went last year and everything. It was a blast. We get a little cabin up there by it, a couple miles from the field and everything. Spend a few nights there, and yeah, go out. His brother-in-law is a master brewer, head brewer, brewery up there. So we go there and have a few drinks, and he grabs lots of beer for us to bring back to the campsite and everything. So yeah, and that's when we got to tour the Mint last year. That was super cool. So yeah, no silver in that. Nothing cool. But yeah, I'm super excited for the food. I'm ready for another cheesesteak. It's Albrightsville, I think is what it's called. Or Reading. No, Reading. No, that's Reading Terminal. So yeah, I'm thinking of that. Let's say yeah, Albrightsville. So it was northwest of Philly. Like an hour northwest, something like that. And it goes on in July. It's right pretty close to some river. Was it the Pocono River? Or something. So like I remember we went to Jim Thorpe and everything on the way up to it. So yeah, Jim Thorpe was on the river. But I want to say Skirmish was the one that was, they also like had some river tours or something there. So yeah, Skirmish USA. Tuesday, New well, flustered now, Marshall. Gosh. A Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Like, yes. So good. 24/11. So Seth, you should come play some paintball. It's fun. There's another event here in Oklahoma in May that I probably won't play. I usually do. It's Fire for Effect. It's like Risk, but in paintball. And then the main one I like to play here in Oklahoma is called The Brand in October. And it's like a Yellowstone themed paintball scenario. Used to play tournament paintball and stuff back in the day, but I'm too old for that crap. So now I just play scenario paintball. And, we just play as young cowboys or, Germans or allies or whatever. There's all sorts of scenarios all across the United States. Like there was like Living Legends. Was it Living Legends or Dreaded Legends? There was one up north and one up south, down in Florida. I think it was Living Legends down in Florida. It was like a pirate themed scenario. And then there was one Quest for Camelot, which of course the King Arthur, Monty Python Holy Grail themed scenario. So yes, it's mainly a woods course, but it does so. the beginning of the event. So imagine like this is the paintball field and everything. Right here is all the Allied landing craft. And there's little landing craft set up, and they all have doors that'll drop down, and the Allies will stack up in those. And then all the way back here, so there's tons of bunkers right here. And then back here in the tree line is all the Germans and everything. And then the doors drop, and all the Allies flood out, and everybody just opens up on them. And it is crazy. It's intense. Thousands of players and everything. It's crazy. And they just keep filling in and everything. And they can start flanking around here. There's tanks and everything with tanks. So it'd be like, somebody have like a little go-kart with net around it and stuff. And people are shooting out of it and all that. But then and then you fight through the woods and there's creeks. It was my first time there. So it was like, I didn't really know where all to go and everything. We just kind of stayed right there by the tree line and stuff like that. And it was cool, though. And there's tons of vendors, and, I don't know, it was really fun. Really fun. And you'll get people dressed up, in costume and stuff, and then you'll also get them, dressed up and other stuff. Like, there was this group of kids that were dressed up as the Ninja Turtles last year and stuff, or you'll see somebody in, a banana outfit or something. I always enjoy seeing the banana outfit. I thought that was cool. So, yeah. July what? Let me see here. Skirmish. I'm typing on my computer here. USA. Yeah, so skirmish.com. Let me see here. Events. Where's Ion? There, okay, there's Invasion of Normandy right there. Let me give you I'll drop you a link here. Control V, boom. So it's the world's largest paintball event. Over 4,000 paintball players at the Invasion of Normandy scenario game to recreate the World War II D-Day. It's 2 days of scenario paintball, camp on site. Let me see here. So it's July 11th, 12th, and 13th. Yep. It's cool. It's really cool. We enjoy it. But yeah, it's just Skirmish USA is the website. Yeah, I think it's like I said, I think it's like an hour north of Philly. Something like that. A dryer coin here. 1980. And what's cool too is like events like that. You see people at those events that you remember from the previous year and stuff like that, or you'll see them at another event. Or like we know some of the vendors and stuff like that, or like one of the guys that the owners of the paintball field I play at here in Oklahoma, he knows some of the guys that that run some of these shops and everything. So he wasn't able to go, but he sent me on a quest to give them a case of beer with his regards and everything. So I had a mission when I went up there and everything. And I was like, this is from John. How much a person right now? It's not cheap, super cheap. It's $85 a person. Well, nope, that's already went through because that was through January 31st. So right now it's $100 a person and then $75 per case of paint. So yeah, so expect to spend $200. And that's just buying one case of paint. And I usually go through at least two, but I shoot a lot though, so I get out there and get after it. I make it happen, Captain. Me being kind of short and everything, I'm kind of a menace on the paintball field. You can't see me. I remember when I was younger, we was at this tournament, this 3-man tournament up in north of Tulsa, and we broke out and everything, and we were just just me and my buddies, same two guys I play with now, and they got shot out pretty quick, and I'm at this one bunker, and like I'm just tucked into it, and like the guys, they can't really see me. They're shooting at it and stuff. They know I'm in there. Well, I sneak around like the edge of it, and they didn't see me. I was just too short, I guess, and they're still shooting at it, and I'm at the bunker in front of it, and yep, shoot both of them out. There's only one of them out, and won that match. I remember like trying to sign the paperwork saying we won or whatever, and like I'm all shaking and everything because of adrenaline. I was probably like 15, 16, something like that. Yeah, go to that, just go Skirmish USA, and then click Events, and then click on Invasion of Normandy. And then they've got a video posted there, and it shows like the dropping of the Allied ramps and stuff like that. And it's a lot of paint flying through the air. That's why I play on the German side, because there's no way I'm trying to run through all of that. Like 2,000 people shooting at me. No, I'm good. So I played at the Oklahoma D-Day before, and we played for the 352nd German side. They were the defenders of Omaha Beach. So we would be up on top, like at Oklahoma D-Day, it was literally like a big hill, and the Allies, they would just start down here and try to rush up this hill. And that's the 352nd. We're just entrenched, and our motto is we fight in the shade, because we was all in the trees and everything like that. And like when the ramp would drop, and like just the amount of paint in the air and stuff, and people just trying to run up the hill. It's like, y'all are crazy. Like, there ain't no way. Oh, trying to get to one of these rolls here. Got 2 more rows, so I think we're like on roll 30 maybe, something like that. Oh, Silver, where are you at? Yeah, kind of speed up a little bit and just maybe stick to searching for silver. Looking through the magnifying glass kind of make my head hurt. 01. 23. I'll probably hunt a box of nickels this next week. I need to make a video and hunt that box or that bag of pennies. I got a $50 bag sitting over there. Been sitting on forever. Maybe I'll get my daughter to hunt it with me this weekend. What we got here? 15 or 23. Uh, 15, 23, 91, 80. No, I have not searched the Buffalo Box Farm Ace. Probably gonna search that with my daughter this weekend, son, if he wants to search it. We got not want to. My daughter's been wanting to search with me there a lot, so we've been having good little conversations sitting around the table, searching some coins. So yeah, probably hunt that this weekend with them. Hopefully it's got some friends. But I can see a date on it. It is a 1936, so hopefully it's a 1936D, and it's a 3.5-legged buffalo. So that's where we're going to have our fingers crossed on. 65. It's always fun to see an ender. That's always exciting. I haven't looked at any of these for enders. Come on, let's find one piece of silver. Let's go. Come on. Anything? Don't look like it. Let's see. 20. 84. 22. That one's 8 up. 16 at Denver. 23. That 3 keeps looking like a 5 to me, even with the magnifying glass here. Oh, that's I forgot to give it the good luck roll like my son used to do. That's my problem. Nope, no silver. Search through real quick, see any proofs or anything. Three. I'll probably stay here this week and go through some of these and try to fill up some albums. 6, 3. Come on, where's that Mercury die? Where's that Seed of Liberty? Yeah, they do. Just a lot of newer coins. Denver, Philly. So do y'all ever catch any coin shows in your local area or anything like that? There's one coming up, I think the first weekend of April, April 4th and 5th, up in Guthrie. I want to try to make it through. I should be able to make it on the 4th because I'm usually off on Friday. I ain't really got the funds to be buying anything, but still want to go and, like, you know, make some videos, talk to some people. I'm sure like Ravenhawk coins will be up there and stuff like that. So it's always fun to look at some stuff. And who knows, I might be able to come away with a few goodies. Oh, my kids might be off then too. I think they're starting to start getting off Fridays and stuff, which would be nice. If they are, we can go up there because they always make out like little bandits. Everybody always loves giving kids free stuff. I do too, though. So. Dropping coins. Says small town hours away from the city. Never been to one. Your coin shows are town hopping pawn shops. All right on. So do you find any, like, you know, do you get some good deals at some of the pawn shops, or? I've never really tried using pawn shops. I used to live, you know, like an hour or so plus away from the city and everything, so it was a lot harder to go to stuff. But now, you know, I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump on the turnpike to the city, to OKC, and then Tulsa, you know, it's just down the turnpike also, so it takes about an hour or so to get to Tulsa. And that's where they have the big coin show every year. But they have a lot of coin shows around here in Oklahoma. Like there's the Norman one, the Mustang one. Apparently there's one up in Enid, and there's a Guthrie one. And I missed some down in like Durant and stuff. Like my dream is one of these days just to be able to travel these coin hunting, or not coin hunting, coin shows and everything, and make videos, talk to people, and just like that'd be my job. Like I'm gonna go look at this coin show. Let's go look at this coin show, and let's buy this here and trade it there. You know, sell it here, or whatever. Y'all can live vicariously through me. I could go to the coin show and it could be like you're there. 24, 3, 28, 23. Haven't even found any foreign coins yet. Come on. 65. Nada, nada. They don't have a lot of pawn shops around here. Ironically. My ex-brother-in-law, he loved going to pawn shops. Like, that was his jam. Like, I guess he had, like, he got a good, rapport with some of them. And, like, he'd get hooked up, or they'd, call him and say, hey, we got this in. You want to come get it? So, yeah. I guess it's good to get a good, relationship with some of those pawn brokers and stuff. So it says, between pawn shops and mercantiles and gold and silver shops are usually at current prices for me. Usually go up items. Oh, right on. On the last, oh, I can get it out here, the last row. What was that? Oh, we got a loose dime. Hey, look at there, we're up a dime. Loose dime in the box. Right on. What year is it? What do we got here? 2020. COVID dime. We were super excited when we was up there in Branson. We were driving by, and there was like this big coin shop. And I was like, oh, look at that. So we whipped around and everything. We get up to it, like there's a car in the parking lot and everything. Get up to the door, said they had unfortunately closed. They were no longer in business. I was like, oh, man. I was like, wanted to go to the coin shop. We did see some like coins and stamps in a fossil shop up there. And they were a little pricey for what they were. But it's still super cool to kind of see some slab coins and stuff like that. I didn't really expect to see, coins and stamps inside this old fossil shop. They had a lot of cool fossils. Like, I wish I could have got something there, but we didn't. We saved our money and got other things. Like a chocolate nachos at this place called Mel's Hard Luck Diner. Like, oh my gosh. So, it was tortilla chips in cinnamon and sugar, brown sugar and stuff, and then ice cream on top of that with mini M&Ms, hot fudge, whipped cream, caramel, and cherries on top. And it was like this big. It was huge. Me and my kids got down on that. You can tell what that is. Jacked up dime is what that is. Just kind of flicking through these, see if we see anything. Nothing good. Alright, says if you go to any town here, there is piles of pawn shops. Most don't have anything as a reasonable price, though. They price everything as if it seems like new, right? That's a problem these days, too. If you try to go sell anything anywhere, like, they always just look up, like, they eBay it or whatever. Oh, it's worth this, and like, I really want to like try to start going garage sales and stuff like that. And sometimes you can find some cool things there. I know Ravenhawk found like a heck of a coin collection at a garage sale one time, and like they didn't know what they had, and they were selling it like way cheaper than what they should have. And he's a good dude, and he told him, was like, hey, no, this is worth like way more than that. I'll give you this much for it or whatever, and made it right with them and stuff. But he found him. I can't remember what all it was, but it was an amazing little coin collection. Jacked up coins. Wish I could find some customer wrap dimes. Oh, wait, what was that? 82? 82D. Okay. Got the mint mark. There's an 82 Philly that doesn't have a mint mark, though. Dropping dimes everywhere on the floor. Getting down to the nitty-gritty, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. It's always a pleasure chatting with you. Straighten that up a little bit. I didn't realize that was so far down there. Let me get that centered up for y'all better. Dang, I was way off. Like, I didn't know I was way down there like that. Hold on. There we go. Gotta open a laundromat. Man, I wish I could. I would love to open a laundromat. I want to open that and a storage unit. And 23. 21. Beat up coin. Car wash. I almost bought a car wash one time, but we backed out of it. I'm glad we did. You know, later divorce, and we didn't move down there too. It was going to be way down south Oklahoma. I was thinking about moving down that direction, but we didn't. So it worked out for the best. There's a lot to take care of too. 85, 19, 24, 24, 23, 17, 99. It'll buy a Coinstar. Pop machine does well. I've thought about stuff. See, the problem is I don't know where I could put something like that. Ooh, but my buddy is thinking about, you know, trying to start an Ace Hardware. So maybe if he starts an Ace Hardware, I could get like a candy machine or something like that and put in there. A Coinstar would be super cool. Because I just don't know where you put that stuff. Like, I don't have any connections on like a store to put it. Well, I thought about one of those like ice machines and stuff. But I looked at the price on those and they were outrageous. YouTube Pawn Pickers, he's about an hour from me. Him and his dad run a pawn shop in Winter Haven. It's a fairly shop, but they are 100% honest, run a great shop. Right on. See, I like those ones that are honest like that. When you can find one that's honest, like you got to, you know, keep them. Because it's hard to find those honest ones. So it says candy machine is more dollars. Or it says he does a lot of garage sales and even coin shows. Well, that's right on. Living the dream. Sounds like living the dream. We got to think of 2 more rolls after this. See if we see anything cool. Just flicking through them. I said I'm not too versed on all these different years, so unless something's really sticking out, it's on to the next one. Come on, we're down to 2 rolls. Can we get any silver tonight? Nada in that. Womp, womp, womp. 23. 2018, 21. 97. Well, I really do appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. We're down to the last roll. Roll. And then we'll be back every Tuesday night. Can we get any silver? Nope. No silver tonight, y'all. Not really any finds. I want to do some more brushing up on my dimes. See what I can figure out on. I said there's supposed to be some doubling on one of these. Let's see. Middle branch, upper leaf. Don't really see them. So yeah, I want to do some more research on dimes. I might order another box in a week or two. We can try this again. Because it would be cool to find some silver dimes. Old Mercury or something. We've done decent on silver this year. You found that Walking Liberty and, you know, cool stuff like that. So I had a little too. Besides a quarter, there was a silver quarter we found. But this, I think, let's see. Yeah, that's all the silver half dollars we found so far this year. 67, 67, 68, 67, 67, 68. We got a 64 and then that Walker. So, not bad. Like I said, we found one silver quarter. I think it was a 56 or can't quite recall. So, not too bad on silver this year. I think we found some war nickels or something too. So, yeah. But I sure do appreciate each and every one of y'all tuning in tonight. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. That's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's TikTok, Rumble, and of course YouTube. And like I said, we've got that Patreon account. Once we get to 10 subscribers, we're going to be doing a silver giveaway. We're already at 3, so just need 7 more. There are free versions. There's 3 different levels. There's a free, there's a $5 a month, and a $7.50 a month. So come support me on Patreon. And I sure do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Seth, just popping out there nice and hot. So it's like pawnbroker pickers. Okay, this is Farm Ace. Right on. Gotta start proofreading. Good night, Seth. Good night, Steve. Good night, Farm Ace. Good night, Marshall. Good night, Kendall. Each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay safe. And until next time, Thompson Coin and Stamp is out.